The eighth current petition is P1458 by Peter Chirby on the Register of Interest for members of Scotland's Judiciary. Members have a note by the Clerk and submissions. I think members will be aware there's been quite a lot of press coverage around this issue, and members will be aware that Lord Gill, who's the Lord President, declined the invite to appear before the committee. Members will know that under the terms of the Scotland Act that we've no power to cite judges to appear before us. We got a very courteous letter from Lord Gill. Clearly, however, it's important for us to get key figures in the judiciary to try and help us see the way through this petition. And I would suggest that we put a courteous letter back re-inviting Lord Gill and also ask him how many judges have been recused and whether there's more detailed evidence on the effectiveness of the current system. I also think we should seek the views of the Judicial Appointments Board for Scotland and the Judicial Complaints Reviewer. And in fact, if members think it's important to have people in front of us, we could well ask the members or representatives of the latter 2 points to attend before us as well. But I know that a number of members have taken quite strong views on this, and I'll start with Chick Brodie and then bring in Jackson Carlow.
Yeah, thank you, Convener. We've clearly seen the answer from the Lord President. No one said the Scotland Act was perfect, and in this particular instance it's not. We're all equal before the law, even those who dispense it. I think we should send a courteous letter, but make it very robust, in that we now question what, on the basis that, yes, he's written to us, but that doesn't necessarily answer all the questions that we have, and what is there to hide. I'm sure we all want openness and transparency in our Parliament, which is the sovereign Parliament of the Scottish people, and as a member of that constituency, the Lord President, just as anyone else, should at least pay obeisance to a request by this committee on behalf of the Parliament to have him attend. And sincerely he hopes, one would hope, that he reconsiders his position and attends at the earliest opportunity.
Thank you. Jackson Carlow.
Thank you, Convener. Yes, we are not able to compel the Lord President to give evidence, but I would say the Lord President has already set aside that provision by contributing evidence, which he's chosen to do in writing. And I think what we are seeking here to do is to explore that evidence with him further now, orally, which I think is entirely reasonable for us to do. And I would put an accent on the point that Chick Brodie made, because I think the unintended consequence of his not so doing is to gather support for the petition within the committee in the absence of our being able to establish for ourselves the necessity for the petition or the aims of the petition being progressed. And I think that's unfortunate. And so, yes, I think we really want to try and, as politely as possible, say that whilst the Lord President may not be able himself, with his great erudition and extraordinary intellectual capacity, to be able to anticipate what further advice he might be able to give us that we would find of interest or helpful, that nonetheless is something we might ourselves be able to determine.
Are members agreeable to that course of action? So could I just recap that we're inviting to Lord Gill and asking him to attend, and we're asking him about how many judges have been recused and whether there's more detailed evidence of the effectiveness of the current system, and we're also going to seek the views of the Judicial Appointments Board for Scotland and the Judicial Complaints Reviewer. Is that agreeable? Thank you.